Hi guys, I'm Mare. Hi. I'm usually really excited because it's October 1st, so happy October 1st. Happy fall, happy spooky season, all of that. If I don't seem very excited and happy about it, I have a box of Kleenex. It is because I have two boxes of Kleenex. Get your box of Kleenex now. Kleenex warning. Now, so a lot of you know that my dad is old. Okay, there's a generation gap between me and my brothers. I'm Gen X. My brothers are total boomers. No offense, guys, you're boomers. Anyway, my youngest brother is almost a decade older than me, so that kind of tells you the age difference. Anyway, we lost my mom a few years ago, and my dad has been kind of hanging on, having a rough time. But my dad's like in his mid 90s, and he went into hospice on Monday. I went to see him 2 days after we said goodbye to Eliza, and we had a great weekend. It was like I couldn't have asked for a better time with him. We laughed, we cried, we told stories, we laughed a lot, we ate good food. I don't know, it was just a lot of laughing and good times, and pictures of him smiling. I gave him a haircut, he looked amazing. I was teasing him about starting like a dating profile with the picture because it was so cute. And I left that Monday, so that was third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I left on like September 8th. Oh yeah, September 8th, because that's when they started doing the siding on my house. And our house has been getting renovated, getting a whole outdoor exterior makeover. If you want to see that, you can go to my Instagram. I've been excited to share it on here, but with all this family stuff going on this month and my house being very loud and me having to hide out in my studio pretty much all day, and it's still super loud. Yeah, it's been a crazy month. I can't believe the month is like gone. But after I left on September 8th, I got home and immediately the work started on the house. And also my dad, for some reason, just that week went really, really downhill. I mean, listen, guys, everyone says, oh, I hope your dad gets better. My dad is in his mid 90s. He is in kidney and heart failure. I appreciate the thought and the prayers for him to get better. He can't get better. He has kidney and heart failure. Okay, there's no getting better from that. It's what is wrong with him cannot be fixed. And we've known that for a long time. So he's been kind of in and out of hospitals and all that. So, he'll get better for like a day or two, and then he'll get worse again. And what's been happening all this month is just one infection after the other, really. There's a lot of problems when you have failing heart and failing kidneys because they have to keep the fluid down in his heart and lungs, but then that taxes his kidneys and it makes his kidneys worse. So then if they don't tax his kidneys and have him on water pills and things like, stuff to like handle the water in his lungs and whatever, then his heart gets worse again. So you just can't win. And it's kind of exactly what happened with my dog, Little Dude. He was diabetic, but he also had kidney failure. And the two things, the treatments are contrary to each other. Like you treat one and you make the other one worse. And then you treat the other one and you make the other one worse. That's kind of where my dad's been at. So it's really been a struggle with the heart and kidney problems. Anyway, so he went into the hospital the week I left. And then he was out and he was in like a nursing center. Like he couldn't go home and take care of himself really. And then last week he ended up in the hospital again. And then they ended up having him in the nursing center and keeping an eye on him. And they believe he had a small stroke. He had some kind of stroke that affected him neurologically. He can't speak anymore. He can't really communicate. I guess he can kind of make faces and try to communicate. But it got so bad, whatever happened with the stroke, he was like belligerent and upset and yelling and agitated. They've had to keep him sedated ever since he had that on last Friday. And Saturday and Sunday, I guess this past weekend, were really bad. My brothers were there and it was really bad. He was in a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort and very, very agitated and very upset. And imagine, you're feeling terrible and in pain and you also lose your ability to talk. So he had a bad weekend. Monday they moved him to hospice, and he has been in hospice. He is on all of the hospice medications, which are, you know, like morphine and I forgot what else. I have the list anyway. He's on morphine every 4 hours, and they have to give him something to keep him sedated, the morphine for the pain, and they're just keeping him like kind of still and quiet. But even before they put him in hospice, his heart was only operating at 50%, so his heart was absolutely failing. And so, you know, we knew, I mean, it's nobody is fooling themselves in my family that he's going to be okay and going home. I mean, he's in hospice. He is definitely on his way to the other side. So, sorry, Lydia's making noise down there. It's like I'm right here. So yeah, it's the family's been at the hospice. My niece came up, my niece Kate came up from San Antonio, Texas, and she's been there for like 6 days or something like that. So tomorrow morning I am leaving to, I basically, I'm getting I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm kind of all over the place. I was so looking forward to being back and doing the countdown to Halloween, and I had today and tomorrow I was supposed to have my first makeup videos back. I wanted to record ahead of time and I couldn't because of all the work going on at my house. It literally is every day, all day. They get here at 7 in the morning and start banging on the walls. And I have been filming like the noise so you guys can hear it, and I'm going to drop it in like the intro of a video somewhere. But the house looks amazing. It's gorgeous. Like I said, if there's pictures on my Instagram, it is not done. It's not going to be done until a week from this Friday. So we still have stuff to go, stuff that has to be done. There's all stonework that's going to be done on the front, so that's going to be done next week. There's still 2 more days of work to do, Thursday and Friday this week. I don't think they're coming Saturday, but my husband is going to be staying home with the dogs and taking care of things here. Enid is going to go to Michigan with me tomorrow morning, though. And I'm going to pick up my niece Mads, Mads the Ghost, here on YouTube and on the socials. And Mads is going to go with me to Michigan because Mads also lives in Pennsylvania. So both of us are long distance from the family and my dad, which makes this especially difficult. That's why we went and saw him in the beginning of September. And fortunately, I know everybody's probably worried about me, and, you know, like rightfully so if you care about me and you've been watching my channel for 5 years or whatever. But it sucks. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It sucks and it's hard. But the one thing I did was, because of all my regrets with not getting to see my mom as much as I would have, and I didn't get to say goodbye to her before she passed away. And she had a stroke and then was gone within a week. And that was in 2021, though, so it sucked because of the COVID thing. Like, we couldn't even be there. We were on Zoom calls with her. It was depressing, and I hated it. And I will always regret that. Another... No, I'm just... So my phone is constantly going off because everybody in the family is texting me. My dad's home health care worker, who has taken care of him for years, and she's basically family now. She's like the sister I never had. Shout out to Katie. I love you if you see this. She is amazing, and she has been there. She helped take care of my mom, and then when my mom passed, she stepped in and started taking care of my dad because she was just such a huge part of the family and helping be there and take care of them and everything. So she's been taking care of my dad for years now. And 3 days a week, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then recently she had been coming like 4 days a week. So, and she doesn't spend the night, but she's there like a chunk of the day in the mornings, and she helps. She was doing all his shopping, organizing all his medications. So she didn't just do his health care and his meds and and take him to his doctor's appointments. She helped around the house. She would take out the garbage. She did some cleaning. She did everything. And I texted her and just said, hey, I'm thinking of you, and I know this is hard on you as well. And she said she's heartbroken. So it's so weird. It's going to be hard losing my dad in different ways for all of us. But I was saying, like, I had all these regrets with my mom, and I was like, I don't want to have those regrets with my dad. So the last few years, I've been going back to Michigan a lot. And every time I went, I had big, long, like hours-long conversations with my dad. We talked about my childhood. We talked about just everything that he never knew. Tons of stuff he never knew. I shared all these stories about me and my mom that my dad was not there for and didn't know. And he's like, I never knew that. I'm like, I know, you were always at work. And it was me and mom always hanging out. So he kind of loved, like, I had a lot of insights into my mom that my dad never even really got. You know, it was really interesting. And he kept thanking me, and he apologized for things. I apologized for things that throughout life. He's always been amazing, though. He's like my hero and the greatest guy in the world. And I am this person that you guys watch and see. Like, I am so much my dad. Honestly, I'm kind of like my mom, but I'm way more like my dad. I am definitely daddy's girl. I'm definitely the daddy daughter. And I'm the only daughter. And I would say, probably more like my dad than anyone else in the family. My brother Jim reminds me so much of my mom. So does Bob. And my brother Joe is a lot like my dad, but I think I have this weird connection with my dad being like the daughter, you know, and also the fact that all my brothers, like I said, they were older, so they all moved out. And when I became a teenager, I was only like 13. My brothers had already all moved out. So it was just me and my mom and dad. So I was kind of raised like an only child, and I've said that in past videos. But, you know, I had a very contentious teen era with my dad. My dad did not understand me. I did not understand him. My mom said, oh my God, it was nothing but slamming doors and yelling. And it took until I was like a lot older to really, really like bond with my dad. And even when my mom was still here and she was sick, it was like, and she had, my mom had Alzheimer's, so she battled that for like 7 years or more. I remember 7 years of it like being, it just got worse every year. And my dad really struggled through all that, obviously. It was, everybody says they love that movie, The Notebook. Like, that was literally my mom and dad in real life. It's crazy. I watch it and I'm like, my dad should be getting kickbacks from this movie. This is totally him and my mom. They met in high school and they were, you know, love at first sight. And my dad's like, we were together over 70 years. And I said, I know. And he's been without her the past few years and he's been very depressed and very sad, but we thought he was going to go really soon after my mom, and he didn't. But he's been struggling for a while now. So really, to not have those regrets with my dad over the past few years, I spent so much time just sitting and listening to him tell stories, asking him to tell me stories. I would tell him stories. We shared all kinds of stuff. Really, like, really deep emotional stuff, like stuff, how we feel about the world, how we feel about life, how we feel about loss. We talked about my brother Walt, who passed away from cancer, and what that did to my dad. He never has talked about it with me before. He finally talked about it this last visit that I had in the beginning of September. He brought it up and he talked about it. And he's still, after all these years, like, you know, all these years later, absolutely devastated as any parent would be. And my dad kept saying, you know, I'll go in his place. If I could go in his place, I would. Like, a parent should not watch their child go before them. So he lost my brother and then he lost my mom. So my dad has been really struggling mentally, but then also the getting old, losing so many people, losing friends, losing his wife, losing his oldest son. Fortunately, we're all still here. So I also tried to go back and like really interact with my dad a lot. I would text him all the time, always texting him on the phone and sending him pictures and videos and things. And then when I was just there early in September, I showed him my YouTube channel, and I don't know why I never did it sooner. Seeing my 94-year-old dad see my YouTube channel and like see me on the screen, and he saw all the thumbnails. He's like, you made all these? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like mind blown. It was so cute. He goes, my kids are so talented. And he goes, I go, yeah, Dad, see, I have my own channel. And I was saying my dad acted like I have my own series on HBO. It was like the cutest thing. I was just like, oh my God. And he's like, do you make money on this? Do you get paid? I'm like, a little bit. I mean, I get some AdSense, but I can't. Don't get me started. You know, Yeah, I make pennies, on AdSense because I'm a very small channel. But I mean, it's still nice. I still appreciate it. I mean, if you guys watch ads, I do get AdSense from that, and I appreciate every single dime and penny and nickel that I get. I love it. But I did it even before my channel got monetized. I did it for free, and you know, I would still do it if it was for free. And my Instagram stuff, I post every day. I post a lot on Instagram. Also, my dogs all have pages, and my house now has an Instagram page, and if I remember, I will link it in the description box. But you can also go to my Instagram, which is also linked below, and you can find all my other pages. Anyway, my dad was just like blown away by my YouTube channel, and he was watching my videos. I was sitting there watching one of my videos with him. I'm like, I never watch my videos back, so I was like kind of cringing. But my brother was there, and or no, my brother wasn't there. He watched my channel with my dad after I had gone home. He texted me, Bob texted me, and he's like, how do I find your YouTube channel? It's not easy. And I said, I know, it's because my dad was watching it on his YouTube, on his TV, not on his phone. So I told my brother, I made kind of like a pinned, I made an account for my dad, and I was the only channel I subscribed to for my dad, so it wouldn't confuse him. So it'd make it easy. So if he turned on his YouTube and went to his subscriptions, it was all me. So it was kind of cute, and he loved it. So it makes me happy to know that before my dad went downhill and really kind of ended up in the hospital nonstop, he was watching my channel a lot. So that's cool. It's like, I'm glad he got to see it. He didn't get to see a lot, but he watched a bunch of videos. Like, I told him, I go, Dad, you can put it on at night and just let it autoplay, and you can fall asleep watching my videos if you want to, because we missed each other so much, and he always said he missed seeing me. And I said, well, now you can put me on your TV anytime you want. And I should have done that years ago. Oh, what is wrong with me? Anyway, but better late than never. But the last time I was there, I knew that he wasn't doing well, and my dad flat out looked me in the eyes, and we were holding hands, and I said, well, I'm going to be back for your birthday, because his birthday is October 10th. And he looked at me straight in the eyes, and he said, I don't think I'm going to be here for my birthday. I think I'm going to be gone before my birthday. And I did not do the whole, like, oh, Dad, don't say that. Oh, stop it. I looked him in the eyes, and I said, well, if you're not, then I will be here to say goodbye. But if you have to go and I'm not here, I love you, and I'm with you every day, even though I'm not here physically. And I told him, I tell him it all the time. I told him all the time. I said, Dad, I think about you almost every minute of every day. I hate that I'm so far away from you. And it's just, my life is here. It's over 500 miles away, so it sucks. In the nature of my life, I can't just leave. I can't leave and move back home for months. And believe me, I tried to figure out a way I could make it happen. And there's just no way, not with like our property, and like we have like a mini farm. We have all the ducks and the chickens. We have 3 dogs, but we had 4 because Eliza, before we lost her, but we have 3 dogs. And my husband works like 60 to 70 hours a week. He cannot handle taking care of all the animals and the house. And he can't even do his laundry and make his food. I mean, the guy works nonstop. When he's not working, he sleeps. I handle everything so that he can do his job. And I'm good with that. We have a great working partnership, my husband and I. The problem is one of us can't be away. I mean, he can be away easier than I can. If he goes away to work things, it's like, it's fine. I'm fine. I can handle everything here. It's a little trickier when I'm working grooming dogs all day and I have to take care of everything, and he's gone for a few days if I'm working a lot. But if it's days I'm not working, then it's a piece of cake. I'm fine. But for him to be working and then trying to manage the dogs and keep an eye on the birds and have to go out and feed them and water them a couple of times, like a few times a day, check on them, make sure they're not getting eaten by anything out there, keep an eye on the dogs, one of which is 1-year-old and 2 years old, Casper and Enid. And our other one, Lydia, was born with no eyes. She's blind. She gets around fine. She's 10 years old, but she gets needy because she is looking for me. So looking, can't see me, but still looking. So it's a lot for him. So I can go away for a time, but I can't move back home. I couldn't move back home for like a month. And believe me, I wish I could. And I tried to think of ways I could do it. I was like, well, maybe I could just take all the dogs with me. But then my husband is here with no dogs. And that sends him into like very sad, dark places. The dogs are what keeps him going. Casper's like his therapy dog. He keeps him going. So I'm rambling. But anyway, believe me, I did try to see, is there a way I can just leave everything and go live with my dad? And the answer was no, sadly. Also, I have a job, I have clients. And I just had a client text me tonight saying, are you available? She just sent me a message. She said, any chance for a groom for Ella? And I told her about my dad. She put all caps, oh my goodness, so sorry to hear. Please let me know if there's anything I can help or do. Prayers and blessings. I mean, my clients are awesome. But it's like, I know I have like 5 clients who are right now waiting to get in with appointments with me. And I'm like, I have to go back to Michigan tomorrow. And as I drive back, my dad might not make it through tonight. I might get there and he might already be gone. But I'm not devastated about that, and neither is Mads, because when we were there at the beginning of the month, we basically said our goodbyes to him, and we had our one-on-one, like Mads was with him on Friday night, and I was with him on Saturday night, and Mads was there, and we had these like super deep personal talks with him. And when we left on that Monday, on Monday, September 8th, we were like, oh my God, if he goes tomorrow. I mean, I literally told my dad Saturday night, September 6th. I literally told my dad that, that was my brother Bob's birthday. How could I forget that? And the 1-year anniversary of losing Luna, my Chinese crested. It's been a rough month, guys. My God. Eliza, Luna's anniversary of losing her. Now my dad. It was my brother's birthday, though, on the 6th. My husband's birthday was September 19th. We didn't even really do anything because there's so much going on. We went out to dinner, though. We had a really nice dinner. September 28th was my bestie Jamie's birthday, and I didn't get to see him, but I sent him a whole bunch of presents over like 3 days. I bombarded him with gifts, and he was really happy. And I said, well, I'm going to end up seeing you anyway in a few days, probably because my dad's not doing well. So my plan was originally to go back for my dad's birthday next week, but when he went in hospice on Monday, he was in bad shape, but it was like, well, we don't know, it's day by day. And then just today, October 1st, like, I got a message at 9:30 in the morning that my brother said my dad's heart rate and his blood pressure are steadily dropping. Everything is slowing down, and the nurse in the hospice thinks he didn't have much time left. He is still with us as of my recording this, which is 9 o'clock on Wednesday, October 1st. He's still here, but I suspect, he may be gone by the time I get to Michigan tomorrow. And like I said, that's okay. Don't be like, oh my God. It's okay. I just want him to go peacefully and not be in any pain. And he's in hospice and he's on really good meds. If you're familiar with hospice, they make it so that you have a very peaceful, quiet, pain-free passing, which is great. That's why he's there. And like I said, he's sedated. He's on morphine. He's on like a cocktail of things, so to keep him calm, and his body is shutting down. And it's just people keep asking me if I'm okay, and I said, here's the thing that like nobody talks about. Like, it's hard for me to be sad because my dad has been with me for so long. I'm 56. I'm going to be 57. My dad is like in his mid 90s. Like, he's almost 95. And I watched all of my best friends over the past 30 years lose their fathers except for one. My husband lost his father, and his father was only in his 60s. My friend Jeremy lost his dad, and his dad, I think, was only like 47. We were in our early 20s. Like, Jeremy was in his early 20s, I believe, when he lost his dad. That is like devastating. His dad has missed his whole life. My friend Kelly lost her dad and her mom. My friend Allison lost her dad and her mom, and she is like way younger than me. She's like 10, I don't think she's 10 years younger than me, but she's close. She might be 8 or 9 years younger than me, and she hasn't had her parents in years. She lost her dad years ago, and it's just, I know I'm allowed to be sad that my dad is going, but I'm finding it difficult because I'm so lucky that we had him for so long. And I'm so lucky that even up to like 94 years old, I was having these like deep conversations with him and laughs and joking, and we were having great food together, and it was also good until, he just went downhill. But I mean, at 94, who gets to do that? So I'm really focused more on those great memories, and especially the last great memories we made at the beginning of this month, than I am like, oh my God, he's gone, and we're not going to do that anymore. Yeah, we're not going to do that anymore, but oh my God, I had a whole life of my dad, like that long, like 56 years of my life with my dad, where my best friends in the world who I love, I had to go to all their dad's funerals when they were like in their 30s and 40s and some in their 20s. And I just feel so lucky. And I have to quote again Kevin Smith. If you watch Hollywood Babylon with Ralph Garman, if you know Kevin Smith, if you know, you know. They always do celebrities that pass away, and they have a song. But Kevin Smith always says, "Big bucket of win." Like if you live a long time, big bucket of win. And I kept telling my dad. I told my dad that, I go, Dad, you big bucket of win. The legacy you have. He has 10 grandkids. I've lost count of how many great grandkids he has, like 6 now or something like that. My dad got to hold his great grandchildren, and they got to know him, and he knew them, and he saw them start talking and things. It's crazy. Who gets to do that in this day and age, right? A lot of people just don't live that long anymore. So our whole family is really lucky, and my whole family is thriving and good. Nobody is struggling. Nobody is like really hurting or having problems. I mean, my dad raised us all so well. Everyone's successful. Everybody's happy. All my nieces and nephews are successful. They have houses. I mean, you know how they're like, oh, millennials don't have homes. My nieces and nephews are doing really well. I mean, a lot of them, they're renting, but they're living in houses that they're renting. I mean, so they're not like struggling where they're in like a 1-bedroom apartment and they can't afford groceries. I wouldn't let that happen anyway. I would be buying them groceries, okay? I would be like, come live with me. I don't care. I have a huge house and nobody's here, so come live with me, whatever. That's why Mads comes out a lot and stays here, because I have this big house. I'm always all alone, so I'm like, come out and visit. I'll feed you. And I'm like that aunt that sends Mads home with a bunch of food. I'm like, here, take like 2 bags of food with you. So, yeah, we're heading to see my dad tomorrow, and he may or may not still be with us as of the time you're even watching this video. I know everybody's going to be writing me really nice comments, and I appreciate that in advance. I did cry a lot this afternoon when I saw that he's fading and he's probably going to be gone soon. And there was a part of me that was like, I should get in the car and just drive there now. And then I'm like, no, that's stupid, because I was worried that I'd be driving to Michigan, because it's like a 10 to 11 hour drive. I didn't want to be driving and then get the call that he passed, because that would suck. Because then I would have to pull over for I don't know how long and not want to drive, and I wouldn't be able to focus. And so I was like, and I had things to get organized around the house so that I can leave. And my husband's taking time off while he's working from home. But he's like, you can stay until next Tuesday if you want, stay as long as you want. And I'm like, I didn't leave anything unsaid with my dad. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's the thing I'm going to leave you guys with. I don't want this to be too long. Don't leave things unsaid with people you love. Like, I can't believe how okay I am with knowing my dad is going, and I'm not even there right now, but I left nothing unsaid with my dad. And that's what I told my brother Bob, and he was like, yeah, you don't need to rush out here. He can't talk anymore. Like, you can't really communicate with him, so I'm glad I talked to him when I did. Don't go to bed mad. Don't leave things, like, talk to people. Talk things out like adults. Work things out. Like, don't live with that regret, like, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. And I had a lot of that from my mom. That's why I'm like, I don't want to be like that with my dad. So, I talk to my dad about everything, and I have left 0 things unsaid to my dad. He knows how I feel about him. I know how he feels about me. We are like this. And I told him, I said, Dad, when I was there earlier in the month, I said, when you're gone, you're not going to be gone, because you're right here. I said, all the best parts of you are right here. Like, you made me who I am, and I love who I am because I'm part of you. So, yeah, my camera's going to stop. Hold on 1 second. Okay, it has a maximum recording time, so at 30 minutes it automatically stops. Anyway, so I told him, I said, Dad, you know, it's hard for me to be sad because I'm always going to carry you in my genes. Like, you're in my blood and my bones and my brain and my DNA. Like, my dad is not gone. He's right here. And all the things that I do, I really struggle with body dysmorphia. I struggle with OCD things. I struggle with, well, from my dad. My dad is severely OCD, you guys, like a lot. I've never talked about it, but yeah, my dad is, that's where I got it. My dad is very OCD. But, and my dad and I joke about it. Oh my God, we joked about the OCD thing so much when I was just there a few weeks ago. We were laughing so hard. We were talking about why you line cups up a certain way and why you turn the handles a certain way. And we were just laughing. I go, right? Like, this makes sense. You do it this way. If it's like this, it's perfect. And then, so we were kind of like laughing. I'm like, what is wrong with everyone? Doesn't everyone do this? And then I said, Dad, everyone can't be as awesome as we are. We are organized. We are together. Our cups are in a row. All the handles are facing out. You know, we were like laughing and joking about it. It was really fun. But I learned so much from him too. I mean, I did so many fun and amazing things in my life, and I did things like fearlessly. People can't believe how much stuff I've done in my life. I've lived like several lifetimes in this one so far. And that's because of my dad. My dad always kind of instilled adventure and fearlessness and bravery into me. And like, he always said, you can be and do anything you want. Don't let anyone stop you or tell you you can't. And here we are. But, yeah, so I wanted to just do this little vlog and stuff because I know people were looking forward to my countdown to Halloween, and so was I. And I was like, why? It was such a rough summer, and then losing Eliza, and I'm like, well, I have October. And I kept saying all year, oh my God, I can't wait for October because it's my favorite time of year. I have so much stuff planned. I had all these things planned out for this month. And I'm still doing, like, the majority of them, so don't worry. And there may be days that I'm just not feeling up to it, and I'm feeling sadder than usual. I know on my dad's birthday, if he's not here, which I assume he might not be, it might be a really hard day for me. And my mom and dad's anniversary is October 24th, or October 25th. My mom's birthday is October 24th. Assuming my dad is gone tonight or tomorrow or soon, I can't imagine he'd make it to his birthday. Not the way the nurse is like, he doesn't have much time. His birthday's going to be rough. You know, it'll be like the first birthday that he's not here. And it'll be like right after losing him. Which I guess is good for closure. You know, like a lot of times people lose somebody and then they wait and it's like 6 months later it's their birthday and then you're depressed all over again. It's like, well, at least we're getting that sadness about my dad and his birthday up right out front. But yeah, I think it's so important though that I took all that time to talk to him and share everything with him, so I have zero regrets. And I just wish, you know, I could be there for him, not for me. I mean, I feel like really at peace with everything. I hope he's okay. But I told my brother, I told my niece, I said, let him know that I'm coming, but tell him don't wait for me. I just hope he's not like trying to hang on until I get there. That's why I'm trying to get there as soon as I can, and the soonest I could leave is tomorrow. So Thursday I will be driving all day, and hubby's going to stay home and take care of everything and hold down the fort here. The contractors are still here. There's still stuff going on. We've been getting deliveries of stone and all kinds of craziness and lumber and oh my God. And I'm leaving right in the middle of it. But, you know, this is obviously, I have to go. And I also want to see my niece Kate, who is up from San Antonio, who I have not seen in years. And I'm saying like 99% of the reason I'm excited to go, like happy to go, even though it's a sad occasion, is I get to see Kate. So that's kind of a good thing. Anyway, with all that, I will still be doing Countdown to Halloween. I was supposed to do makeup today and tomorrow was supposed to be Wednesday themed makeup. And I had my whole look worked out. I had all the makeup together, and I was going to pre record it on Monday or Tuesday because I knew my dad was in the hospital and he wasn't doing well. And then Monday he went into hospice, and Monday and Tuesday it was just emotions all day long. It was like on the phone and in text messages all day, both days, with all my family and extended family and friends. And oh my God, my voice is going because I've been talking so much to everybody. So Monday and Tuesday were a wash. And then today I got the message at 9:30 in the morning that he probably was going to go soon. And then I basically just sat all day and just kind of stared at my phone. I watched some YouTube videos, but I don't even remember them. I just had them going. And I just laid under the covers on the couch with my dogs. And that's what I did today. And I make no apologies for that. I sat in my studio for a while. My hubby came out. I had a good cry this morning with him. We talked about how he lost his dad so long ago. And I said, it's hard. I feel guilty that I shouldn't be sad because you had it so much worse. He had it so much worse losing his dad when he did. And it's not fair. And I hate that he lost his dad so soon. Like, we had just moved here. And, sorry, I'm getting messages again. Sorry, nothing. It's frustrating because Mads and I have been texting, and it's like nobody is telling us anything. And I said, I don't think they understand how frustrating it is to be this far away and just not be hearing anything. It's like they're texting us all day long, calling us all the time, and then the day that they're like, oh yeah, he's probably going to go soon, he's fading, it's like radio silence. Like nobody is telling us anything. And I have to keep texting everyone going, what is going on? Is he still here? Did he pass away and you guys are busy making arrangements and no one told us? Like, what's going on? So it's been really frustrating. I don't think they understand how hard it is to be where me and Mads are right now. That we couldn't be there yet, and we're going to be like going out there tomorrow and that's the soonest we could go. Sorry guys, sorry Dad, as soon as I could go. I don't have a beverage in here, my throat's getting bad. My hubby had to get things organized at work on Monday and Tuesday. He had to go into his office and get things organized, and we had a lot of stuff with the contractors, and we had house deliveries that I had to be here for. He wasn't here. And, they were like big deliveries, like pallets of wood and pallets of stones and things. So I had to be here. And he worked from home today, and he said, if you want to go today, go. And I said, no, I'm not ready. I haven't packed. I have nothing ready. And I said, well, the best I could do, I'll leave really early Thursday morning. So tomorrow I'll probably be there by like mid-afternoon. And it is what it is. But like I said, at least I don't have to feel guilty, like, oh, I don't need to say goodbye to him. Okay, if that makes sense. I said goodbye when he could still talk and we could have a conversation. That was amazing. And that's like how I want to remember him. I really don't want to remember him in a hospice. Like, in a way, I'm kind of hoping he passes really peacefully with all my brothers there. I got to see him laugh so hard where tears were rolling down his face and he was pounding on the table laughing. I had him laughing so hard. And I said, I haven't seen him laugh like that since before my mom died. And I told Kate and I told Mads, I said, I did that. I made him laugh so hard. And I haven't seen him do that in years. And that, like, makes me feel good. That makes me happy. I gave him those laughs before he went in the hospital and before it was time for him to go. So, I feel like that was like a thank you gift I gave him as a parting gift. I'm like, let me make you laugh and he was watching my YouTube videos and he was laughing at my YouTube videos too because he was watching some of the funny ones. Yes, there are funny ones. Shut up. And he really liked the ones with Enid and Casper and some of my vlogs. He liked my vlogs when I was driving around in the Jeep. So he thought that was really cool. And then he watched a couple of my makeup videos and he's like, oh my God, you're so talented. I'm like, thank you. Like, it's so weird. My dad was like watching my makeup videos. My 94-year-old dad, just the sweetest. I mean, how can I not smile about that, right? So just because I'm not bawling my eyes out crying doesn't mean I'm not going to miss him every day. And I'm going to want to pick up the phone and call him. And see, now I'm going to cry. And when the deer come in my yard, I take pictures and videos and I text them to him. And I'm like, look who's here. The deer are here for their evening meal. And then I'll text him in the morning and I'll be like, the brunch squad is here. And all the deer are in the yard, the babies and the moms. And I'm like, look, it's the brunch squad. It's the moms and the babies. And and he loved that. And it's like, that's the stuff I'm going to miss, you know? And he loved Enid. He loved my dog so much. I mean, all of the love that I have for animals comes from my dad, you guys. Like, he was a dog lover his whole life. He was a dog guy. And all the love I got for animals and caring about animals and compassion was from my dad. He was just so good. But like I said, that's something like, you know, and taking care of animals and loving animals and having compassion for him, that's the way I honor him, and I'll honor him when he's not here anymore. So anyway, I know I don't have to apologize for not doing makeup today and tomorrow. You guys will be like, shut up. I know I don't have to apologize, but I do want to do the looks that I had planned because I'm really excited about them. And I broke my low buys. I was on no buys. I was doing so good. And I did like low buys. I think through this whole year, I've got like 3 palettes or 4 palettes or something. I don't know. I didn't even get the new Nomad. Can you guys believe it? I did not get the new Nomad palette. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the new Gourmand Girls palette. I want the new Gourmand Girls palette. It's the Nevermore palette. It actually drops tomorrow. And I messaged Christina, who runs Gourmand Girls, and I said, I'm going to be driving. Like, I'm going to be driving to Michigan when the palette drop happens. And if it sells out, I'm going to miss it, you know, and I'm going to be so bummed. But she was like, I can try to hold on to one for you. So I don't know. I have an alarm set on my phone. And hopefully I'll be on the Ohio Turnpike by then, and I can stop at like one of those travel plazas and I can get it because I really want Nevermore. And I'm breaking my low buy because, hello, losing my dog and my dad is like a lot. And I'm sorry, but I need to get back into doing makeup again and doing something creative because otherwise I just don't want to sit around and wallow. I've been throwing all of my energy into the home remodeling and working out my garden and in my studio. I said I wasn't going to make this really long, and it's really long. Okay, I have to go, but I do want to show you something I got in the mail real quick. So I'm going to do a little... Okay, I can't do the countdown to Halloween, but this is a very quick countdown to Halloween unboxing because it is a gift I got. So I got this box, and I went, just what you've been waiting for. Do not open with sharp object. Contents are fragile. And then it said, Warmies, snuggable, huggable, lovable. And I went, what did I order? Because I haven't been buying things really. Like, if you saw Enid's last haul that I did, her haul, I should have said in that Enid's Gotcha Day haul was not really a haul because all of the things that you saw in that video, I literally bought over like 5 months. So I never went crazy and bought like a ton of stuff for her. I would just pick up one thing here or there. So all the things you saw in my previous video of Enid's Gotcha Day haul, it was a haul that lasted months. It started like back in the beginning of the summer, went until like just September sometime. Anyway, there's a 20% off code on here. It's good till 2020, 12, 25, 26. Oh, awesome. So Warmies, the power of Warmies, warm up with Warmies. So I was like, wait a minute, what did I order? And then I saw this. I wish you could smell this. It is filled with lavender. It is a lavender bat. Warming, weighted, and scented. And this lavender smell is freaking amazing. So this is, it says warm me in a microwave. Oh my god, I feel bad putting the bat in a microwave. For soothing warmth and comfort, remove tags, ensure item is clean and dry before use. Used attached heating guide to determine correct heating time. So, oh, it says on here, for whatever watt microwave. Only reheat from room temperature. So it's 60 to 90 seconds. I would probably do 60 and just see how it is. Care instructions, made in the USA. Anyway, so this adorable bat, and it's got like the beanies in it. And it smells so good. Oh my God. So I am taking this to Michigan with me, but let me read you the note and who it's from. Saw this and immediately thought of you and Baby Bat, aka Enid. It was a must order. Thinking of you all with love. Happy Halloween, Sarah, aka Best Sitter. So this is from Sarah, our dog sitter, pet sitter, who stayed with all the dogs when we went to Paris, and we went to, she's been taking care of my dogs for like a decade or more than a decade, probably a decade. Anyway, I've known Sarah since she was in high school. She wasn't even driving yet, and her mom was bringing her over to help pet sit. Now she is not only out of college, Sarah is a teacher, and I am so proud of her. And she's kind of like a niece who's not really my niece, but she's also our pet sitter. So Sarah sent me this, so I want to say thank you to Sarah. And I already messaged her and said, of all the days that this little guy could arrive, I mean, it means so much that she thought of me and sent this. But the fact that she sent it on the day that I'm getting these messages, like it could be my dad's last day / last night, it means so much. So I am taking my bat to Michigan with me, and I am going to warm it up as needed in microwaves and cuddle with it if I need it. And so this is going to be my little, Enid is going with me. Emotional support bat number 1 is going with me, which is Enid, and this is emotional support bat number 2. So I will be taking both of them. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now because I still have to finish. I got to pack my bat. I have to finish packing my clothes. I look like a mess. My hair is a mess. I'm gross right now. I was working outside and doing some things like earlier today, and doing some gardening and working out there when I wasn't wallowing on the couch with the dogs. I was moving some plants around, and I was watering all my plants and everything. And it's warm out here. So I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to get to bed, and I'm going to be heading out super early in the morning. I don't know if I'll be uploading anything until I get back. So my countdown to Halloween may be a little bit delayed, but with my dad in hospice and saying goodbye to him anytime now, I know you guys understand, and you'll be like, oh my God, why are you even making this video? But just to like tell you what's going on. And a lot of you, I know, like Danny sent me the card from Eliza that I talked about. It wasn't my last, Enid's vlog. Enid's wasn't my last vlog, there was one before, and they did my vlog. But Danny sent me this card, and it was just so lovely and so beautiful. And for everybody out there who has gone through losses, or have you had a crappy year? Because it's been a crappy year for a lot of people. It's like one thing after the other. Like losses, struggles. You're not alone. Don't give up. Don't, you can wallow under covers with your dogs or your cats or whatever for a little bit, but then get outside, get some air, and try to focus on I used to, God, okay, one parting thought. I said that already, but I used to get frustrated when people would say, focus on what's in front of you and gratitude, and focus on your blessings and gratitude. I'm like, no, things suck. I don't want to. But the more that I forced myself to do it, I did kind of a fake it till you make it. And now I don't have to fake it anymore. I mean, I'm so focused on how much gratitude I have for having my dad as long as I did, and being blessed with him having such a long life. And not just a long life, but a long life not like my mom. My mom had a long life, but she had dementia. She didn't even know who I was for the last 5 years of her life. So that really sucked. My dad could have full-on conversations with me up until a few weeks ago. So that is a huge, huge blessing. And as I said multiple times, it's hard to feel sad when I've been so lucky to have him for so long, and to also have such an amazing dad that I wish all you guys could have gotten to know, or you could have seen him. I'm probably going to put together, when he is gone, I have so many visits I made with him, and I took videos and I took so many pictures over the past several years. And I'm probably going to do like a little tribute thing to my dad here. It's going to be hard, but I want to do it because I want everyone just to see, like, he was just, like, you guys watch me and I appreciate it so much. And so many of you compliment me. You're like, such a nice person. You're this, like, thank my dad. I mean, my dad is, and my mom wasn't too shabby either, but my dad made me brave. My mom made me compassionate and loving. My dad made me brave and adventurous and crazy and wild and untamable, and made me feel like I could do anything, including this crazy YouTube thing. If I was like my mom, I would have never gotten on YouTube. My mom didn't like pictures of herself. She wouldn't look at pictures of herself, and she would never let people take pictures of her. She hated it. And I'm still, believe it or not, even as a YouTuber and someone who does Instagram and YouTube, I never like watching, I never watch my videos back. I don't like listening to myself talk. It makes me cringe. I'm like, ew, ew, ew. So I can't tell you how much it means to me that you guys watch me, because I find myself so cringy. And that's why I always say, if somebody wants to come on here and be a hater or a troll and say I'm cringy or I'm old or I'm boring, I'm like, yeah, I probably am. I probably feel the same way as you, but at least I'm brave and I'm doing it, and you're not. You're hiding behind an account that doesn't even have an actual photo of you or your real name or anything. So I'm sorry, but like, you may think I'm old or boring or whatever, but I'm doing the thing. I'm out here doing things. I'm putting my face out here and talking to people and sharing my stories. And it isn't for everyone. And it might be boring for some people, but it's also relatable to even more people. And the people that can't relate to it, I don't care about them. There's plenty of other stuff they can go watch. What I care about is the people who maybe need to hear what I have to say about loss and life and stories, and hopefully soon getting back to makeup and all that stuff, because that's really why I'm here. I don't want this channel to turn into a vlog channel or just an unboxing channel. I mean, I have been planning for months now to get this channel back to what it originally was, which is doing a lot of really fun makeup and doing the smoky glow thing, which is what inspired me, which was, let's do makeup and get readies with me and makeup and chats. Just makeup and chat, makeup and chat, makeup and chat. I love that. That's my favorite thing to do. Sadly, life has just not been allowing me to do that very easily. The thing is, like, people could say, why don't you just do that? Because, okay, doing makeup takes a lot longer. Editing makeup content takes a lot longer. It's a lot more work. I have to pick out what I'm going to use. I have to get all my stuff together. I have to find what I'm using. I have to have some kind of plan. So much more goes into it, and many, many hours. So, like, I can do this vlog and it'll take me like an hour. I can do a makeup vlog and it'll take me like 4. I mean, being realistic, 3 to 4 total hours by the time I do everything. So most of the time I don't have 3 to 4 hours in a day to do it. Coming up soon, I will be able to, and I am going to carve out and make that time. Whether life wants to give it to me or not, I'm going to make that time, because it makes me so happy to do makeup for you guys, and I have so much fun doing it. I have lots of ideas. I mean, I've been writing them all down. So I know I've been saying for a while, I'm going to be doing it. But, dude, dog with cancer all summer. Now my dad's in hospice. I'm going to be losing my dad. But I'm kind of entering into this new era now where, I don't want to say I'm free, but like, I'm going to be kind of free. Not like I was tied down by anything like bad. I mean, I don't regret all the time I invested in taking care of Eliza. I don't regret all the time I spent going to see my dad and talking to him on the phone and everything. And talking to my nieces and my brothers and whatnot. I don't regret any of that. None of it was a chore. None of it was bad, or like, oh, I don't want to have to do this. I loved all of it, and I loved being there with my family and taking care of my little family here with 4 legs, my 4-legged family members in my house. But when my dad is no longer here, and I don't have any more elderly dogs in my house, I have, knock on wood, I have no dogs that are sick anymore. Everybody's healthy, knock on wood. I don't have all those obligations anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, I can do all the things that I've been wanting to do, that I really had to focus on my family stuff this summer and then now this fall. And I'm like, okay, I have got to be coming back, and I kind of feel like I'm going to come back as like a phoenix, because this year has really burnt me down to ashes. But I'm looking forward to rising from the ashes and coming back better and stronger and doing all the things that I love and I want to do. I want to be happy, guys. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be, sad and feeling all these losses. And everybody, I think at our heart we want to be happy, right? People want to be happy. That's why I made my dad laugh so much when I was there. You want to feel good. You want to be happy. Find what makes you feel good. Find what makes you feel happy. Work on that. That's what I'm trying to do. And even if I can only do a little bit of a day, I find things that make me happy. Even if I only can carve out like an hour or even like 30 minutes to do that one thing that makes me really happy. And also, like I said, your job now, if you have beef with somebody that is really not important in the big picture of life, go fix it. Go talk to them. Be the bigger person and apologize if you have to. Say, hey, I was wrong and I'm sorry. And don't say but. Like, God, don't do the YouTuber apology. Don't say, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. Don't do that. Like, take responsibility if you did stupid stuff. If somebody hurt you or did something to you, you can, like, maybe reach out and try to have a conversation about it. I've been trying to do that with people. Repair relationships before it's too late. And don't leave love left unsaid. Don't leave how you feel about people left unsaid. If you love somebody, tell them you love them. Don't go to bed angry. Nothing is worth it. That stuff is not worth it. When you're looking at this person is not, when this person is not going to be here anymore, you can't, you're gonna spend the rest of your life going, I should have said this, I should have said that, I should have, would have, could have, would have, I didn't. And you know what? I don't have that with my dad. I have zero of that. I am so at peace knowing, like, he knows how much I love him and I know how much he loves me, and I don't even feel like he's leaving, because I was teasing him. I said, Dad, you can be my house ghost, like a house guest, get it? My house ghost. And I said, you could be the ghost dad. You can come to my house and just haunt my new all black house. It's going to be awesome. So my hope is that at night I can go in my kitchen and make sure my cups are crooked on the shelf. And if I come out in the morning and all my cups are straight, I'll know that my ghost dad was here fixing it for me. And we did joke about that, laugh about it when I was there. I told him, I go, you can come to my house and straighten things out. I'm going to have a ghost dad living in my house that, like, straightens things. Like my poltergeist straightens things instead of messing them up, because my dad's OCD. But he never got to see my house. So I said, Dad, just think of it. If you're my ghost, you can come to my house and see it anytime. So, these are the kind of things my dad and I laughed about and we talked about. And we talked about how, we're going to miss each other. But I said, Dad, we had a long time together, and someday I'll find you again. We'll find each other. It's never goodbye. So this is not goodbye either. I will be doing my countdown to Halloween. It may be a little bit delayed is all. And I'm going to do it when I can do it. I'm going to not beat myself up to upload every day. I might only be uploading a few times a week, but I hope you're here for it. I have so many things planned that I want to do that I am going to force myself to do it, because I have to. Because it makes me so much happier and puts me in a better place mentally. And I love you guys, and I love sharing these things with you as well. Everybody out there, God, I'll do some shout outs. Wavy like the ocean. If Wilma, Janet, Danny, Dizzy, Sanitz, Jane, Adrienne, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of people. Anyway, there's a handful of shout outs, and I know there's a whole bunch more. So, and if I forgot you, don't feel bad. You guys know I always comment and heart and stuff and comment to you guys. If I can, I don't know if I'm going to want to vlog at all from Michigan, but you might see a video from Michigan. We'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. I love you guys. Hug the people you love. Go call your parents. Tell them you love them. I'm gonna go before I start crying. Call your dad, tell him you love him. Bye, guys.